Hey, friends. Just wanted to share a quick thought with you today. And it seems like God's been trying to get my attention lately. He's good at that, right? But here's the issue. Even though he's been trying to get my attention lately, I've been so busy that he hasn't been able to. Now, isn't that funny? God's not able to do something. Well, the reality is he's not going to force himself on us. And I've actually been reflecting on that because he's been so faithful and gentle. Several people have been in my life the last couple of days, even talking about what does it mean to listen to God? What does it mean to give our attention to God? And it made me think, oh, maybe God's trying to get my attention. I just want to share this thought with you because it kind of reminds me of Elijah. Here he is, what is it, 1 Kings 19. And Elijah's just running every which way, kind of like us. We're so busy. We're running every which way. We're trying to get to the next thing. And at this point in his life, he's actually running for his life. To which case, the response from God is, I want to talk with you. Isn't that just a beautiful thing that in the chaos of life and when he's at death's door because people are chasing after him, God says, I want to talk to you. And so Elijah goes up to this mountain to listen to God, to be with God, and to see what God has to tell him. And he's expecting this big, huge display of awesomeness and power. It's kind of like me. I say, okay, God, I definitely want to hear you. Please come and talk to me, but do it right now. I'll fit you into my calendar. I've got about 30 seconds here. And as you come and talk to me, Lord, if you'll just make it apparent, very clear that you're trying to talk to me, part the clouds and wave at me. Do whatever you got to do to get my attention. Elijah's kind of that way. He's expecting this big, grand display of God and on his timing, but it doesn't work that way. So he's up at this mountainside, and this huge windstorm comes through. As a matter of fact, it's so powerful, it's shaking the whole mountain. Rocks are shattering, and he's looking for God, but God's not there. And the next thing that happens is an earthquake. And he's thinking, aha, God's got to be talking to me through the earthquake. But God wasn't there either. Next came a fire. You would think all these big, huge displays of power and might would be God, but God wasn't in the fire either. Sometimes God does use these things to get our attention, but we can't mistake the attention getter for God. You see, God did not come to Elijah in any of those things. God came to him in a gentle whisper. And if it's a gentle whisper, that means we have to take time. We have to slow down and we have to listen. Otherwise, we're not going to hear the gentle whisper. If my life is so full that I am rushing to the next thing, there isn't time for God. I'm not going to hear that gentle whisper until the next thing is God. It's just something he's been putting on my heart lately. And I want to encourage you, if you're like me and you get distracted easily, I get distracted by my wonderful children. I get distracted by the birds outside. I get distracted by chores, by emails, by whatever it is. If you're like me, set aside time. Find a place of quiet that you can go to. Here at Engage, we've got a whole room available for anybody that needs it to come and listen to God. Give me a call or a text. Let me know you're coming so I can make sure somebody's here. But for the most part, especially in the mornings, we've got this place available. I hope this is encouraging to you because our God is caring. Our God knows you, He loves you, and He wants to talk with you. Let's take some time this day to give Him our attention. And when that still, gentle whisper comes, we're going to know that's God. May He bless you this day with words straight from His mouth.